And we're excited to have a great basketball game tonight. And Chad, it's going to be more like a coach's cast instead of necessarily a broadcast. They gave 2 coaches microphones. I don't know who was thinking that was a good idea, but I think we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. And you've seen a lot of both these teams play a lot this year. What are you looking for tonight?
So, first off, I think it's going to be great for us to be able to sit here and talk the game of basketball out. It's nothing like a February to be in the gymnasium. It's cold outside. We're wearing suits in the gym tonight, so I'm looking forward to it. If you look at these 2 teams, you got Smithsburg, who's getting ready to start a 3-game and 5-day stretch, and you got Williamsport, who's ending a 3-game and 5-day stretch. So what you're going to see out of Williamsport is they're playing exceptionally well. They won 6 in a row with Xavier Uri back in the lineup. They're winning by a 13-point game average. Now with Smithsburg, they're starting to play pretty well too. They just beat Catoctin by 25 the other night. Coach Gerber's extremely happy with what they've done so far. He'd like to see this as a contest tonight, but they got Williamsport tonight, they got Middletown tomorrow night, and then a region game of Brunswick on Friday. So as we get into the playoffs, we're going to start talking about region games and ones that mean a little bit more.
And, I want to talk more about that 3 and 5 days as both of us being coaches. Think of it this way. So Williamsport's at the tail end of it. They had a double overtime game Friday against Brunswick. Turned around last night and played in a tough game against North. It's your 3rd game in 5 days at the tail end. You're a coach. What worries you about that?
Legs. I mean, I think the legs is the biggest piece of it. When I was talking with Coach Wesson last night on the telephone, a little bit pregame today, and also talking with Xavier Uri and Jameer Bird, legs are important tonight. Can they get through the push? Are you going to have enough oomph to get down the stretch if this game remains tight? Now, the first time these 2 teams met, it was a 77-47 win in favor of Williamsport. But guess what? It's February. A lot of stuff has changed.
That's right.
Rosters have rotated a little bit, and you kind of establish who you are. You're different in December than you are in February. Now we're in February. You're getting that home stretch towards the playoffs.
And let's talk Smithsburg for a second. Smithsburg, as you said, is the beginning of a tough stretch. What's the difference when you're finishing that stretch and now Smithsburg starting that stretch, the first game of 3 and 5 days?
So to me, the biggest part in talking to Coach Gerber is you got to take each incremental step as you go. You can't look at it like you're eating the elephant. You take one piece with a fork, right? So you get through the first quarter tonight. Let's see where we're at. Get through the second quarter, the 3rd quarter, the 4th quarter. Don't worry about tomorrow until tomorrow comes. Let's worry about tonight and get through that process first.
And while we have another minute or 2 to talk, let's talk. I love March Madness. I know you do too, with college basketball. But in high school basketball, February is where it really starts to be tough because in 3 weeks, these teams start the playoffs.
Yes.
So let's talk 1A first, which is Smithsburg. They're fighting for their top spot. There's 6 teams in their region.
Yes.
They're second currently, 1 game behind Brunswick. Yep. 4 of those 6 teams, they'll have losing records. Yes. So Smithsburg is right there for the top spot. They've got a chance at it.
Yep.
What are you looking at? This game doesn't mean as much as, say, the Brunswick game as a coach?
Brunswick obviously means more, but, if you start having those conversations within a locker room, you're going to lose kids. Every game matters. Every possession matters. Every play matters. So, not to lean on Kurt Signetti so much, but every play has a life of its own. Right now, you're in a position where each play has a life of its own, and you've got to master each play.
And then the 2A West, which is Williamsport, 5 of the 6 teams have a winning record. Williamsport's in that 3, 4, 5 range right now, but they could be the 1 seed if they would win out.
Absolutely.
So and that's another tough region when you got Middletown and Poolesville and Liberty, and I mean, it's loaded.
It is loaded, and right now, in talking to Coach Wesson, he's kind of looking down the line a little bit, and it's fun to have these conversations with coaches because you're like, hey, don't look past the one that's in front of you, the old Norman Dale speech from Hoosiers. Don't climb the step until you get past the one in front of you. So that's kind of where they're at right now. But, I mean, they're seasoned in the positions where Smithsburg is still kind of learning a little bit.
Yep, I agree. And then the one other thing that we want to mention tonight before the game starts is Jameer Bird. He's got 21 points till he gets to 1,000.
Yes. And
so, he had 25 last night. So, you're a coach, and you're gonna coach a kid that's close to his 1,000th point. How do you handle that?
So I've been fortunate enough, as you have, to coach people that get close to that 1,000 points. They start putting pressure on themselves. You talk to them, let the game come to you. You've done an exceptional job averaging 25 points a game this season. Just go play your game, and everything will go.
I think we're going to get to break here, and when we return, Bob Parcelletti is going to have Coach Gerber from Smithsburg. More in a few moments.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna hang your stout Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Let the inviting aroma of Brooks House Coffee and Chocolates welcome you to a haven of comfort, convenience, and exceptional taste. It's truly a destination for those who appreciate the finer things in life, like a perfectly brewed cup of coffee and delicious chocolate. Browse the gift and merchandise section, and when you shop Brooks House Coffee and Chocolate, all proceeds benefit people in recovery from substance abuse disorder. Unique charm and exceptional service at Brooks House Coffee and Chocolates in the South End Shopping Center in Hagerstown.
Let HomeSource Roofing show you there's a better way to do roofing.
As a family and veteran-owned company, we do things our way, which means full transparency to our clients, with our project managers showing photos and videos of the process from the beginning to the end.
There's a reason why so many of your neighbors are giving us 5-star reviews. It's because at HomeSource Roofing, you and your home truly come first.
Let my family be the source for everything for your home.
Set up your free inspection at homesourceroofing.net.
In today's world, people consume video on multiple screens. Antietam Media Services is the company you can trust to reach those audiences. From streaming platforms to social media and traditional cable advertising, Antietam Media Services helps your business be seen. For over 4 decades, Antietam Media Services has been helping clients tell their stories through a lens. From live multicam event coverage to single-camera cinema production, we are Antietam Media Services, inspiring ideas, proven results.
If I'm the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown, Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia, like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7, or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room, or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown, Kia.
Welcome back to Williamsport High School. Bob Barcelletti has Coach Eric Gerber ready. Let's throw it over to Bob.
You got Coach Eric Gerber here. Coach, the other day you introduced Noah Hegby into your starting lineup because he had been injured. What's he bring to it? Because it seemed like he gave you a bigger presence inside.
Yeah, lots of energy. I mean, that's what we expect from Noah. He's a kid who'll hit the floor. He's a kid who'll do what he can to rebound, even though he's undersized. And that energy has really helped us with his return.
In a game like this, you always say that Jacob Tyler is your big player. How do you keep him clean? Because you got a big team that you're facing.
Yeah, I mean, we're not really doing anything different. I have a really unselfish team. We all realize who our big ticket guy is, and so they look for him. They know we need to get Jake shots, and Jake knows we need to take every good shot he can get. So it's really a team effort to get him the shots.
Tonight you're facing Jameer Bird. He's a top scorer in the county. How do you defend him? How do you work on him?
Yeah, again, that's a team effort. We don't have anybody that can stop his 6'7" athleticism, smooth, really good player. So, you know, we've talked about a team effort. Trying to make him score in the half court is big, because when he gets going, when he's in transition, he's almost impossible to stop, and he's really good there. So hopefully we can limit his points in transition is what one of our goals are.
Okay. Good luck.
All right. Thank you, Bob.
Thanks, Bob. And Coach Gerber, tonight's coverage is brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia, the dealers that make it easy. Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia wish much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's game, the schools they represent, and their surrounding communities. We want to appreciate the Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia for sponsoring tonight's game. Coach, a lot of good things there that Coach Gerber talked about. One was, as we both did our homework for this game, Noah Hegby did not play in the last game against Williamsport. Yep. Even though it was a 30-point loss, that's a big difference having a guy like him in the paint that is just activity and hustles and plays and competes and knows his role.
Absolutely. And you know, Coach Gerber does an exceptional job of getting his players to understand their roles and who does what. So with Noah Hegby, he is a bruiser. He's a football player. He's a lacrosse player. He's going to beat you up a little bit. And I think that's something that Jameer Bird is also getting beat up a little bit, that might alter the way they play. Coach Gerber talks about how Jameer's a really good scorer, and he is an exceptional scorer.
That's right.
The hope is you can't stop him. You got to contain him. How are they going to contain him? Last night, North packed everything in and made it extremely difficult for him to get his easy shots. They made Williamsport have to score from the outside. So I'm assuming, as coaches like we did our homework, that Coach Gerber has the similar game plan to what Nate Naylor did last night for North, and we'll be able to see here in about the next 4 minutes how that's going to unfurl.
And he mentioned another name, Jake Tyler. I loved hearing this when I talked to Coach Gerber this weekend. We talked at length about his team, and the one thing he said is our kids love playing with Jake. Even though he takes the most shots, they willingly allow that. That is a huge thing. When you got a kid averaging 20-plus points a game, some kids get jealous about that. I've had this in other years where you worry about that dynamic. So for him to not only be a well-loved teammate, for those kids to look for him, that to me as a coach and also as just watching as an outsider, that's a great thing to see.
It's an awesome thing to see. And, it's one key word that I think gets overused in sports an extremely amount. It's culture.
Yes.
It's the culture has been set that this is how we're going to do things wearing purple and gold, and they've done a really good job with it. Yes, Jacob is going to get his shots tonight. He's also going to look to get his teammates involved, but they're also going to look to set a lot of high ball screens for him to get him open so that he can get moving. They know that if his train is on the tracks, they have a good shot tonight.
Yep. Is there a matchup you're looking at tonight that's an important one?
Yeah, I think, to be honest with you, the matchups tonight are going to be James Hare against Bird, and Noah Hegby is probably going to start on him. But I would not be surprised. You would swap matchups before we have to talk to Coach Wesson. If we go in and look at this, I think it's going to be completely junked up. You're going to see triangles in 2. You're going to see boxes in 1. You're going to see a lot of zones. Gerber's going old school to this to see if he can shake something out.
Okay. Hey, I think Bob Parcelletti is ready with Coach Wesson. So if Bob's ready, we'll pass it over to Bob Parcelletti and Coach Wesson.
I'm here with Jonathan Weston. Jonathan, last time we saw you guys, it was at North High. You guys were lost, but since then you've been on a 6-game winning streak, and you got an important addition back.
Yeah, we got everybody healthy. They come back from a team suspension. Again, kind of revamped what we're trying to do, and they're doing well, and they're playing together and playing hard, and we've seen the success 6 in a row.
It's with that being said, you're going to be facing a guy that's moves around a little bit. How do you defend a guy like Jacob Taylor?
Well, we're going to put our best on-ball defender on him. We're going to run guys at him, and we scheme for him because he's the type of guy that could go drop 30, and so we plan for him.
And finally, Jameer has been the man for you, basically. How do you keep it so that he keeps getting the ball? Because obviously they're going to defend him.
Yeah. Ultimately, we're just going to keep running our stuff. And again, they've been doing really well at running our system, and he's getting good looks, and those are the looks that we take in practice, and he's been fortunate enough to knock a lot of shots down. I want to see him more aggressive on the offensive rebounding end, right? Because, at 6'6", 6'7", he can easily go grab some rebounds, putbacks.
Well, then good luck to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Coach Weston there talked a lot about the situation of those 6 wins in a row. Yep. It's pretty impressive that they did that in the amount of points they're scoring now, 69 points a game. Zay and Jameer lead the way for them, right?
Yes.
And I asked Coach the other day, I said, hey, who's your third option? Like, who's the next guy up? His response was, it changes nightly. It could change from one game to the next. So, again, you're a coach. How do you determine whose that night is? That's tough, isn't it?
It is, but what it does is it talks a lot about the system that they run. You're going to get buckets out of Jameer on the drives, the knifing. You're going to have Zay make the passes that he does. But it really sets up where can you score within your offense. And then once you get a hot hand, then you can start running those sets to get more shots from those spots on the floor that you practice.
And I know we talked about this as a coach's cast tonight. We talked about this will be a little different broadcast. One of the things I wanted to share with the audience is everybody looks at Eric Gerber as a Smithsburg leopard through and through and wearing the purple, right? Well, he's coached 27 years.
Yep.
Coach Brashears, where did he start his coaching career?
He was the freshman assistant coach at Williamsport High School. I had no idea until we had that conversation.
Yeah, and I think we got a great picture to show. So there's Coach Gerber on the far left. Coach Murphy, my father, was the head coach. We had just won a region championship. To the far right there is I look really young there. And then Chris Malott and Tommy Kitchens. Now, what's amazing with that group of coaches, you got probably 100-plus years of experience. Yep. Every single one of those guys right there, they didn't know it, but they all were going to be at least a decade long of coaching on the varsity level in this county. That's impressive. I don't know if you've seen a coaching staff in the last 30, 40 years that had that kind of qualification, because Tommy Kitchens was Eric Gerber's coach.
At Smithsburg.
Yes, at Smithsburg.
Yep.
Exactly. So it's a fun way to look back on this. There's a lot of combinations here and a lot of I don't know how you want to say it, but you're going to see similarities, but you're also going to see the association of Smithsburg and Williamsport. We're going to talk about some other coaches. Yep. We're also going to talk about assistant coaches tonight and how important they are.
Yes, we
to
are.
Coaching staffs.
We absolutely are. And, I go back to that picture, which is pretty cool because, Coach Gerber and I had that conversation earlier, and it was, I was a sponge. I soaked it all up. I didn't coach. I learned how to coach under your dad.
Yes.
And I think that's really important. I wanted to pass that along because I know your dad's watching home tonight.
Yep.
You learned from your dad, and your dad was one of the best.
Absolutely. And everything that I have from a coaching standpoint and learning, I learned either as a player or as a coach through him for all the different things you learn about on and off the court, how you handle yourself. You win with class, you lose with class, and it's a pretty amazing thing when you see the longevity of these coaches. And we're going to talk about assistant coaches too as we get into this. Mike Williams, who's an assistant coach, we're going to talk about him later. He's been at Smithsburg for 38 years. Mike Williams at Smithsburg High School for 38 years.
That's so crazy.
That's amazing on the boys and girls side. So we're getting close here to the national anthem at Williamsport High School as they're announcing the starting lineups and finish this up.
Everyone please rise and remove your hats.
And we're going to go to break. We'll be back with the start of tonight's action.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Running your business is your business. Keeping you connected to your customers is our business. We're Flight Fiber, offering fully managed enterprise solutions that go beyond just providing internet access. When partnering with Flight Fiber, you'll experience reduced IT burden with enhanced reliability, proactive monitoring, cloud infrastructure, data protection, backup, and disaster recovery solutions. Let Flight Fiber by Antietam Business develop a fully managed broadband solution tailored to your needs. Call for a free consultation today.
Let Home Source Roofing show you there's a better way to do roofing.
As a family and veteran-owned company, we do things our way, which means full transparency to our clients, with our project managers showing photos and videos of the process from the beginning to the end.
There's a reason why so many of your neighbors are giving us 5-star reviews. It's because at Home Source Roofing, you and your home truly come first.
Let my family be the source for everything for your home.
Set up your free inspection at homesourceroofing.net.
Let the inviting aroma of Brooks House Coffee and Chocolates welcome you to a haven of comfort, convenience, and exceptional taste. It's truly a destination for those who appreciate the finer things in life, like a perfectly brewed cup of coffee and delicious chocolate. Browse the gift and merchandise section, and when you shop Brooks House Coffee and Chocolate, all proceeds benefit people in recovery from substance abuse disorder. Unique charm and exceptional service at Brooks House Coffee and Chocolates in the South End Shopping Center in Hagerstown.
Welcome back to Williamsport High School. The tip's about ready to happen here with the Wildcats and Leopards. Already I saw an adjustment here for Coach, starting Noah Hegby. I guess he's probably going to have him on Bird. Maybe, we'll see. But he didn't. He wasn't in the last game.
I would
yes, he
assume
is.
that's where he's going to be, and that's where he is going to start tonight. He also has Jacob Tyler guarding against Jaden Williams. Now, you can't get caught in that seal down there. That's going to give you an early foul.
Transition to weak fault. Hare with the drive, kick, offensive foul on Hare. Yes, sir.
So Tyson Cleary, I know he doesn't lead the team in charges taken.
Right.
That actually is by Streeter. He has 7 a game. But every single time I said this, I'm going to show this out to Eric again, that is Lucas Michael taking a charge and giving me PTSD.
So it's interesting. Coach Wesson starts his 2-point guards, Williams and Pop, right? One's a really good defender. One's better offensively.
Yes.
So he's putting 2 guys on the same side of the floor with a double. Smart move here. 2 turnovers and 2 possessions, too.
It is, and you can kind of tell that they've worked this, they've had these conversations. Now, Smithsburg had practice, but they were able to have practice Saturday and Monday to kind of prepare coming off of the snow, unlike Williamsport, who has not. But Williamsport runs that ball screen motion action. Now, the fact that he's starting him out is pulling Jameer away from the basket here, which I think is a really good job for Eric.
And as Coach told me, Pop was going to start on Jake Tyler.
Yes.
And again, a little ball screen action probably coming here. They set a lot of ball screens for Tyler, and he gets a lot of his shots on his own.
They do.
Coach told me he could score at all 3 levels, 3-point line, to the rim.
Shot
Good
clock's
defensive
down.
possession for Williamsport again. And this has got to be, helping Smithsburg, making Williamsport play in the half court. Williamsport wants to get up and down.
If you can play in the half court against them, you can control a lot of tempo. I mean, that's old school basketball. You don't hear about that talked about a lot nowadays, but controlling tempo is so important. Your dad did an excellent job controlling tempo. I played for Koki. He did an excellent job of controlling tempo. I would not be surprised there's a high on ball screen here. Now the question is Jacob going to reject it, or is he going to use it? He rejects a lot.
And that's 3 turnovers and 3 possessions for Williamsport. Both teams starting very slow offensively. Ori will do that a lot. He'll get the rebound and push. Streeter I thought he was going to put it up.
We got 4 turnovers,
4
Coach.
turnovers and 4 possessions. Whoa. Nice
Good
pass.
pass.
Good finish.
Yes.
Higby with the finish for the first bucket of the game. And this could be part of the fact that you've had 3 games in 5 days, right? Smithsburg is energetic as heck right now. They're playing really defensively. They're forcing Williamsport outside their comfort zone offensively.
Yep.
They're not getting to the rim.
No, they're not. And we talked a lot about legs in pregame. We're talking about legs now. What about the mental side of it? You're exhausted mentally. And you've been winning 6 games in a row. So do you become complacent from that perspective too?
Yep. That's 5 possessions, 4 turnovers, and a deep 3 for Bird.
I'm surprised James didn't shoot that.
Exactly. He's a good shooter from there. I've watched him.
We have 3 officials on the game tonight that are going to let you play. So James looking back for that. No, he got the situation. Just get back on defense.
Bird's first bucket of the game on a little drive there. That's the thing about Jameer, man. He can score in so many ways.
He does.
It's impressive from the perimeter. But I looked at his stats. He's not shooting as many threes.
No, he's
getting
not.
to the rim.
No, he's not. He's doing a really good job with that.
There's the double
great
screen
switch
out top.
out.
Yep.
I mean, Jameer's shooting 57% from the floor. 26 from 3. So, I mean, that's telling you a lot of it is at the rim.
That's a tough shot over 6'6" kid. Hare with the miss. Cleary with the rebound down to Streeter.
Great run
nice
start, kick out.
Ori inside, outside 3. That's a big one.
That's a good paint touch. Talk
Yes.
about paint touches. I'm sure you guys talk about paint touches. Touch it and get it out the backside where there's no defense.
It's the first time really Williamsport got downhill and was able to create inside and nice kick. We talk all the time. The best 3s are the inside-outside 3s. Tyler with a jumper, miss. Streeter, the rebound. And I don't know if you're going to see many offensive rebounds for Smithsburg, and I'll tell you about that in a second why.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I think Williamsport does an exceptional job boxing out. Now, but like Coach Gerber and I talked before the game, they can clear the glass and send people down the floor because guys like Zay and Jameer. This is that little crackback screen that they like to set. He's gonna be able to face up and spin off of that very nicely.
Cleary with a finish. Nope. Yep. 7-2.
Great finish.
Williamsport by 5 here early. No, what I was going to say about the rebounding, I talked to Coach Gerber, and he said with their transition, they're so worried about Williamsport's transition that they weren't going to send many guys to the glass.
No,
he actually talked to me about that.
And that killed them the last time was the transition play.
Yes. And I think a little bit of this early action with Smithsburg, they're being a little careful,
methodical.
It's a big 3 from Tyler.
I like him as a catch and shoot guy almost more than off the bounce sometimes.
Too.
He's long. Look at that length that he's bringing. And he's adequate. That's a great job defensively. They're going to call a jump on that.
Smithsburg's doing a really good job in the half court. Smithsburg's doing a really good job in the half court.
If you look at this, it's left, right, catch, shoot. I mean, that's what they would talk about when you were in your practices, when I was in my practices. You got to have a rhythm shot. That's a great rhythm shot for Jacob.
Blumenauer with the ball up top. Looks like another high ball screen action. They're starting their offense really far out.
I wonder if that's predicated off the defense or as much as where they want to try to create spacing.
Streeter with the long rebound. There's Tyler, another 3. But again, Smithsburg has done a really good job here in the half court. They have not gotten a lot on the half court against them.
At all.
In the first 6 minutes almost of the game.
See if we get a pin screen here for a seal.
Double team
They're
right off
doubling
the bus.
everything
Yep.
right out.
Yep. Look at this, a deep 3 for Ori. That's deep.
That's
Hits it.
that's a big
It's a
shot.
big one. That's one of those where you're Coach Gerber and you're like, you know what? Not much you can do. When a kid hits one from 25 with 2 seconds on shot clock.
You really can't. And now they're going to do their little run and jump, which I don't know if Coach Gerber, that's
Nice
a great
pass.
look.
Pass.
Weak fall.
Weak fall to Hare. It's a great pass.
That's what I was just going to say. I don't know if they have enough offensive threats outside to really hurt you like that. Now, he's got some guys checking in at the table that can shoot the ball exceptionally well for him.
Both teams have not subbed, and we're under the 2-minute mark in the first quarter. You don't see that very often at all in high school basketball.
No, you don't. And they're playing really hard. I mean, they're getting after defensively. It might be in 48 feet, but they're getting after defensively.
And Williamsport has 10 points in the first quarter. 8 of the 10 are by Cleary and Jameer. Jameer's got 2. They're making him take tough shots.
They are. They're going to make him become frustrated, and I think that's Coach Gerber's thing.
Tyler with
that's
a nice
an
pass to
excellent look to
Blumenauer. Nice little
Blumenauer.
ball fake. Yep.
Now, I will say I feel as though Smithsburg is better in the full court than they are in the half court because they can get out and make plays like that happen.
Well, that was one of those where Jameer misses and then, attacks the rebounder, and you're going to leak out for an easy layup if you do that too many times, and teams are going to make you pay.
Absolutely.
What's amazing about this quarter, 1 foul, and there's 1 minute to go, and they're playing at each other. They're going at each other, which is
Complete
great.
toughness.
Yep.
This is what Washington County basketball should look like in February.
Yes, it is.
That's a great play. I mean, we talk about Jameer being long. I would love to see what his wingspan is. I think he's a 6'6", 6'7" kid. He's probably what we like to call a plus. At the college level, we would have called him a plus recruit. His wingspan is longer than his height.
Jameer just kind of set this one up, too.
Yes,
He was waiting
he
on
baited it.
Yeah, he baited him. And Williams just went off with an injury. I'm not sure what happened there.
Looks like
Looks like
he
he
got
got hit in the
bloody
nose.
nose.
Yeah,
Yep.
he got it in the nose. So some substitutions in here right now. Howell's in for
Mason.
Yeah,
Yep.
Mason Howell's
Mason
in.
Howell.
Teeson's in. Teeson, another good little thing here. We got a couple seconds here because there might be some blood on the floor. There is. Good little plug here. Listen to this one. So Jackson Teeson, okay, in that picture we showed earlier was a young guy by the name of Chad Seacrest. He was on that team that won the region championship with Coach Gerber and myself helping my father. Jackson Teeson's uncle is Chad Seacrest.
Chad Seacrest.
There's the Smithsburg Williamsport.
Yes.
It's just we're intertwined, and I don't know if we get a shot of the Smithsburg bench, but the gentleman in the purple jacket over there is Mike Williams. He's been the assistant coach at Smithsburg for 38 years on the girls or boys side. He's at the top of the bench with Coach Gerber. Mike Williams, his mom was a teacher here for a long time, was a really good coach here forever. Was a good coach and teacher, PE teacher, and I think she coached softball and basketball and you name it. When girls sports became popular, it was Rosemary Williams. There's Mike right there, a shot of him.
Yep.
38 years on the bench. And come on, Coach, we're going to talk about this later, but assistant coaches, that is the biggest part of your staff. You need to have great assistant coaches.
You got to have unbelievable assistant coaches because if you don't, it all falls on your shoulders and it
That's
makes
right.
it extremely tough. And as we can get into that, but, Coach Williams' mom is the reason that Title IX has taken care of itself and that there's female athletics in Washington County. Let's see. Now, with the shot clock, there's really no differential. They're going to go for one shot here. I'm sure they're going to go high ball screen because they're going to try to put Tyson Cleary into that action. Now, don't be surprised if Jackson Teeson sets up in that corner, shoot a 3. He shoots his best percentage from there on the floor. The rejection to the kick out. Oh, that's
Nice
a great
take.
tuck. Ooh.
Plenty of time there. They probably went a little too early because they're going to have time here. Ori to get to the rim. Nice block.
That's a great block by Matt.
So there you go. At the end of 1, it's Williamsport 10 and Smithsburg 9. A great first quarter. We'll be back in about 2 minutes.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna hang your style Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Let the inviting aroma of Brooks House Coffee and Chocolates welcome you to a haven of comfort, convenience, and exceptional taste. It's truly a destination for those who appreciate the finer things in life, like a perfectly brewed cup of coffee and delicious chocolate. Browse the gift and merchandise section, and when you shop Brooks House Coffee and Chocolate, all proceeds benefit people in recovery from substance abuse disorder. Unique charm and exceptional service at Brooks House Coffee and Chocolates in the South End Shopping Center in Hagerstown.
Back here at Williamsport High School, what a fast first quarter. I mean, like 1 dead ball, 1 foul, 10-9, great action at both ends, going up and down, and just a good fun game to watch. And you could tell Smithsburg came to play.
They did come to play, and that's a testament to the guys that are sitting on that bench that are leading them. They knew exactly what the type of game this was and what they needed, because if they can kind of speed this thing up a little bit in their capacity, they get ready for Brunswick.
Tinsley with a rebound and follow. Tinsley just came in on the last break. Let's talk about legs here for a second here. He's only gone to the bench with 1 guy, right? Tinsley's come in.
Yeah.
That's it. Little pull-up. Nice finish by Jake Tyler. Nice little pull-up. He does get downhill well.
He does. And when he plays off of 2 feet, he's exceptionally gifted because of that knowledge. Now, that in and out is really tough.
It's tough to guard.
That is. And we forget that less than a year ago, he had that really bad hurt ankle or broken leg. That's a good shot for Mason Howe. Shoots it well from the corner. Him and Thiessen shoot it really well from the corner.
Tinsley with a rebound up the floor.
But now we're back.
Got a steal there.
But we're back to half court again.
Yep. Look at Hare already trying to come over. Bird's going to try to get a shot up here, but you can tell Hare's already in the lane. He's not even guarding Tinsley. They're way off of Tinsley and way off of.
Absolutely. And they're not really going to worry about Tyson Cleary until the box out needs to occur, and then he goes. James like 6'3", but he does. That's a good thought. James is like 6'3", but he rebounds like he's 6'5", 6'6". Eric and I talk about that a lot.
And the last shot that Pop just took, that's a tough contested shot. That's a shot that Coach Gerber's like, thank you, we won that possession, because that was a tough shot. And I think with Smithsburg playing so tough in the half court, it's making Williamsport take contested shots, right? And they're not getting anything easy.
No,
there's no transition.
They're not. So I'm sure you guys have had this conversation multiple levels, either on your dad's bench or your bench, but you work on defense and you rest on offense. I'm sure you've heard that phrase before. Right now, Williamsport's having to work on both sides of the basketball, and that is a testament to the way that Smithsburg's playing right now.
And they're switching everything out top, which makes it really tough.
Yes.
And if you watch the backside there, they're really staying off and help. Tough shot.
That's
good
a
shot
good
by
pull-up.
Zay. That's a tough contested shot again.
It is, and sometimes you tip your hat. Sometimes there's better offense than there is defense, and that was one of those plays right there.
Tyler with another nice drive.
Great move.
It's tough. Now, just watching in the first, 10 minutes of this game, it looks like Jake likes to get more to his right, though.
He does. He would much rather go to his right than his left. He rejects a lot of ball screens if he has to go that way. But that's just knowing. That's a great play by Mason Howe. Mason's usually an offensive threat. He's actually become very defensive threatish tonight.
Well, I talked to Coach Gerber about it. Nice little kick, nice drive.
Nice
They're
play.
making the right basketball
yes,
plays
they
right
are.
now.
Just not finishing.
Just missed it. I want to talk about Mason Howe in a second because Coach talked to me about him, exactly that. Nice little spin move again by Zay. Nice, good rebound
I've watched
by Ziegler.
them play a ton of games this year.
Yep.
This is by far the best that Smithsburg has played that I have been in attendance at.
It's a deep three by Ziegler.
The three. I think that ball was tipped.
I think so too.
That had to be tipped. Now, Eric can't go to the replay like they do at the college level, but if we could get a replay from the truck on that, that would be awesome. I do believe that ball was tipped.
So Camden Ziegler was a deep three.
Let's see if the rotation changes, Coach.
It's tough to tell. Ziegler still certainly thought so.
He is. He's still asking for it.
Yes, he is. But Mason Howe, back to him. Coach said he had a growth spurt. He was like a good shooter, and he is a good shooter. But he said to me, Coach, the reason why he's playing more is because he's defending now, which is great. And you saw it there. He's really defending. All these Smithsburg kids right now in the first half have done a really good job.
They're locked in.
Another contested shot. That's a tough
big
shot by
shot.
Bird. Those are just tough shots, but there's nothing you can do there. I mean, that's a good.
Let's just say the last 3 shots that they've made like that have been contested or they're fadeaways.
Yes.
The problem is now you gotta go down and work just as hard to get scores.
That was Ziegler in the drive, and it looks like, I'm not sure if it was Tinsley on the foul or was it Brody.
They called
Ribas.
it looked like it was on 34.
It's on Brody Ribas. Yep. Must have got him with the body. Yeah, with the body. Ziegler on the foul line for 2. 6-foot senior with the first one, misses.
Now you see Weekfall is now guarding Ori.
Yep.
And I think that's kind of the matchup that Coach Gerber would prefer to have. Marcus is a football player. He's an extremely tough kid. You cannot give that up.
They've missed a lot inside,
They've
too.
missed those peeps, haven't they?
Box out on the foul line's a big deal. Jake with a deep
Jake
miss
got
and a
lucky on
rebound,
his
and
own,
then-
didn't he?
Yep, no box out.
The question becomes, when does Coach Wesson take a timeout and maybe chew into him a little bit just to see if you can kind of get something out of him? Because right now, the aggressor is Smithsburg and not Williamsport.
And Marcus Wigfall, we were talking about him before. Like, he's their best defender. We talked about this with Coach. He's definitely going to be on Zay, like you said.
If they score here, it's a timeout.
Nice transition.
Ooh.
Oh, tough pass.
Yep.
It was there. A couple more subs in. Higby's coming back in. Blumenauer's coming in.
2 defenders.
Yes.
So now we were talking at the end of the quarter before we had to cut to break. If it was 10-9, if I would have talked to Coach Gerber and said, hey, it's 10-9 at the end of the first quarter, he would buy that, right? Now you have really good possessions with your bench and your game guys are back on the floor. Can you beat them up a little bit more? You're going back to that UMBC Virginia situation where you win at pieces of the game to stay in it.
Now, Jameer hasn't had many touches in the half court lately. Here we go. Except for that 1-3 he hit. But that's a good segue to what you're going to talk about. What we're going to talk about at halftime with 2 coaches here. You're going to take Williamsport at halftime and say, hey, this is what Coach Weston's talking about at halftime.
Yes.
And I'm going to say, okay, this is what Coach Gerber's talking about. We're having a lot of fun with this at halftime.
Absolutely.
So Pop's back in. So even though he got hit in the nose, he's back. So Pop is their defensive point guard. Nice little drive by Bird. Nice finish. Again, that's tough. You're just shooting right over top.
It is, and that's really good help side. They had 2 guys in help side to take a charge if he continued to drive. That's a really good crafty play to not pick up the offensive foul.
Tyler again from the pull-up. That's like his spot.
It is,
That's his spot.
and we talk about that. So when I had the Clear Spring game, he gets to his spot. Kevin Durant has a spot on the floor. James Harden has a spot on the floor. That's where you're most efficient. He does a really good job getting to his spot to pull up.
Tinsley with the ball on the wing. Yep, very good switch. They're switching everything. They're active with their hands. Jameer for 3. Long. Blumenauer. Wigfall got it.
How many offensive rebounds has Williamsport gotten tonight?
They're
1 or
quicker to
2
the ball.
max? They are. Right now, Smithsburg looks like they have fresher legs.
Yes.
So we're going to go high post, pull up.
Jake right over top of him. And that's where Pop, not as tall, 5'7".
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And Jake, 6 foot, just rose over top of him.
And in fairness to Jake, he also kind of leans back just enough, the little Michael Jordan fadeaway, just to get that rise that he can get off of. That's a great steal by
Very good
Rivas,
steal by
though.
Brody.
Now,
It's going to be on Tyler.
it's 2:34 to go. Jacob just picked up a foul. Jacob has a knack of getting 2 fouls in the first half and having to sit. I know that talking with Coach Gerber, that's something they were working on. The hope would be he doesn't pick up number 2 because of how well he's playing offensively for the next 2:34 and get into the locker room.
Here's another tough one. Ready? He has had to work so hard offensively. He's worked extremely hard offensively, creating his own shot, getting other guys' shots, and guarding down here defensively. And he hasn't had a break either. So he's played, almost 14 minutes here straight. There he goes. He's got the ball in his hands again. I mean, that's a lot of work he's having to do.
And what, we can talk about this, and it really is, that's a great take, straight up. Oh, that's a good block. Mr. Peterson called a block on that one. Peanut
with a finish. Nope. Good rebound by Brody. Kicks back out. Pop for 3.
It's long.
Long. Another effort play. Another 50-50 ball that Smithsburg gets. And for those of you guys who listen to what a 50-50 ball as a coach, we say is it's 50% chance Blumenauer with the drive and a kick to Higby.
Oh, nice move.
Turnover, Pop with a steal. Here's what Williams wants to do. Transition right here. Jump ball. It's going to go back to Smithsburg. And Williams is coming back in. And so is
Ori.
And I think it was Williams actually got hurt. I said Pop. I think it was Williams.
You're good. You're doing a great job with this, by the way.
Yeah,
How much homework did you do for this compared to what you do for your scouts?
Well, as much as I did scouting reports, right, for my own team. Hey, so the 50-50 ball, I didn't get a chance to finish that. As coach speak, it's a ball that's loose that either team can get. It's a 50% chance Smithsburg, 50% chance Williamsport. And Smithsburg getting more of them.
Yes,
right? They're getting more of them right now, I think. And part of it, like you said, is the legs, but also Smithsburg came to play. Give them credit. You know, they don't want to see Jameer score 21 and I don't want to get 1,000 points. Blumenauer with the drive. Kind of over-penetrated on that one.
He did. Did one step a little too far. Nice spin move.
Good finish by Ori. Again, they're making shots that if you're Smithsburg's coach, that's tough.
It is.
Right? Those are tough shots.
It is tough.
Hare with the drive. Kick for three for Jake. A little long.
Yep.
Ori with the rebound, and here they go. They're going to want to try to run. This is key here, the last minute or so of the half. Smithsburg's done a great job in the first half, and you want to stay right here.
They're going into their horns action, which is going to be a post set that they're going to run down, and they're going to bring them off the backside here. The whole left side of the floor is completely window dressing just to try to get that seal.
Good take by Brody. Good take.
That is a good take by Rebus.
And, you know, I was about ready to say, Zay's not on the floor, or not Zay, I'm sorry. Jameer's not on the floor. Zay's on the floor. They don't have a lot of scoring out there right there.
They
so
don't.
That's a big bucket.
And, you know, we'll see what happens here. If what James can do. They're having really good help side, too, there.
Smithsburg struggling the last few possessions to get
15
buckets.
seconds on the shot clock. Yep. Under 10. We used to call that red, getting a red now. That's going to be a really good pull-up.
Nice defensive play by Pop.
That's a great defensive play. And that's a big shot. That's a great play. That's a good look out the backside. There's the tip your hat going the other direction.
Yeah, because Blumenauer's not their best shooter.
No,
Blumenauer's the gritty, tough kid. He plays hard, and he can knock those shots down, though. Under 5 here. Zay with a
nice switch.
It's a deep three by Williams. In at the buzzer. That counts. That's a big one. That's a huge one.
Yes. And if you look at Eric's face, he knows that that's a really good shot against really good defense.
So at the half, it's Williamsport 27 and Smithsburg 22. We'll be right back after a few messages from our sponsors.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown, Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia. Like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7. Or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room. Or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
Running your business is your business. Keeping you connected to your customers is our business. We're Flight Fiber, offering fully managed enterprise solutions that go beyond just providing internet access. When partnering with Flight Fiber, you'll experience reduced IT burden with enhanced reliability, proactive monitoring, cloud infrastructure, data protection, backup, and disaster recovery solutions. Let Flight Fiber by Antietam Business develop a fully managed broadband solution tailored to your needs. Call for a free consultation today.
Let HomeSource Roofing show you there's a better way to do roofing.
As a family and veteran-owned company, we do things our way, which means full transparency to our clients, with our project managers showing photos and videos of the process from the beginning to the end.
There's a reason why so many of your neighbors are giving us 5-star reviews. It's because at HomeSource Roofing, you and your home truly come first.
Let my family be the source for everything for your home.
Set up your free inspection at homesourceroofing.net.
In today's world, people consume video on multiple screens. Antietam Media Services is the company you can trust to reach those audiences. From streaming platforms to social media and traditional cable advertising, Antietam Media Services helps your business be seen. For over 4 decades, Antietam Media Services has been helping clients tell their stories through a lens. From live multicam event coverage to single-camera cinema production, we are Antietam Media Services, inspiring ideas, proven results.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Welcome back to Williamsport High School, where the Wildcats lead the Leopards 27-22 at halftime. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia, the dealers that make it easy. Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia wish much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's game, the schools they represent, and their surrounding communities. So, Chad, it was a great first half, very fast first half.
Yep.
And I want to talk to you first about what we talked about with Jake Tyler and the rest factor.
So to me, what people don't understand is Jacob probably played 16 minutes. I don't know if he came out or not. If it wasn't, it was for 15 minutes that half. What people don't understand when they watch games on college television is the TV timeouts are 2-3 minutes long. They're not getting in a rest. These guys are giving us every single thing that they have, and you can honestly see, except for maybe 1 or 2 bursts, that Williamsport right now is slower than Smithsburg. The legs are worn out a little bit. Now, if I'm sitting in his locker room, I'm going to say, look, you got 16 minutes to rest a couple days to get ready for a big game on Friday. We got to get back to us.
That's right.
And not be what we just displayed. We need to get back to who we are right now.
So let's do that for a second. Let's talk as coaches talk at halftime, right? So we both have done this plenty of times. And so you just mentioned a little bit about Williamsport, so I'll let you go first. I'll take Smithsburg and talk about Eric Gerber. But let's go that way. You're going to talk right now like Coach Weston is talking to his team in the locker room.
So, I mean, I think defensively right now we got to get after it a little bit more. They're doing some good stuff, but Jacob Tyler's getting to his spot. You got to run him off his spot and make him uncomfortable as much as possible. Offensively, when Williamsport runs their offense at a high clip, they get good looks. When they go through what we would call the motions and make it extremely difficult on themselves and selfish on themselves to not run through hard on cuts or set a solid screen, it's making it easier for Smithsburg. So I would talk about we got to get back to who we are defensively, and offensively we got to get and go. We are a 94-foot basketball team, and we've got to make this a track meet. You know, you're a horse guy. What do they say in the horse?
Get the wire.
Yeah, we got to get going, right? So that's what that would be part of my conversation if I was in that locker room right now. You're going to do Smithsburg. What would Smithsburg be having?
So it's an easy one for me with Coach Gerber because we've talked about this before, but he talks about the first 4 minutes of the second half. I always talk about the first 3.
Yep.
That was one of the things I got from my dad way back in the day. But here's what I'd say. I'd say, fellas, we are right where we want to be.
Yeah.
We're down 5. We've been here the entire game. We've defended really well. We've made them work for everything. They're not getting anything easy. We got to continue that same energy. The first 3 to 4 minutes of the second half, this could go either way. We got to make this and keep this a game. If it gets to 10 or 12 points, we don't want that. We want to keep us in that 3 to 5 range. Here's the other thing I want to do. We also got to keep scrapping and getting every loose ball. Keep them in the half court because they're not liking it. They're taking shots. And, guys, they're taking contested shots that we're making them take, and they're hitting them. They're not going to make those contested shots the rest of the game. I promise you, if we keep defending, it's going to be really tough to make those shots. And that's how I would handle it.
And remember, your legs are going to go out of it, right? So you're down 5, so it's a 2-possession basketball game, and you've given up 4 challenged jump shots that are not going to be as easy taken with bad legs in the second half.
Yeah, and I would think if you're where Coach Gerber is, he's tickled, at the being in this spot because he wasn't sure. You lost by 30 the last time to him. But here's the thing. You didn't have Noah Higbee.
Correct.
Williamsport, though, didn't have Cleary or Brody either. Ribbis, they didn't have either one of them.
That's correct.
So it was really a guard game.
It was.
What Coach Coach Gerber told me, it was funny. We were talking about this. I said, so how did it get out of hand? He said, we started to turn it over. It snowballed on us. And then they got leaking out for layups and dunks, and it just snowballed. So they've done a good job, and their scout has been good. Here's an interesting thing, too. I thought maybe you could see a little junk defense, a little trying on 2 action. But and we could talk about this with our viewers about what that means. That's 3 people playing zone, 2 people playing man when you got 2 guys that are good in Ori and Jameer Bird. But he hasn't had to do that because they've been so good defensively. You just stick with what's working.
He really hasn't. Now, you haven't picked up any foul trouble. So you're sitting there looking at it and saying, okay, there hasn't been a ton of fouls in the game. If I'm in his shoes and it looked like it's coming out, it's going to be Williamsport basketball, first possession, I go triangle and 2. I make them have to become a cerebral basketball team to understand how are they going to fight through this. Now, I was fortunate enough to sit on Koki Robertson's bench at Goretti when we did this against Calvert Hall and Braxton Dupree. We fronted Braxton. We had a guy that was on the backside of Braxton. We were fortunate enough to win the game. I think it was 34-33. I mean, Koki really took the air of that no-shot clock at the time. But if you can do little things like that to make people uncomfortable and the game uncomfortable, it changes to your tempo. And right now, Smithsburg is playing at their tempo.
And an interesting little side note, Williamsport hasn't come back out yet for the second half. Smithsburg did the entire time. Jake Tyler resting those legs. He's over there on the side on the bench. And then he just came out just now as I say that to shoot a three, and the ball is going to come right over to us. There we go, snacked it away. Couple halftime stats. Ori's got 10 points and 4 boards.
Yep.
Jameer Bird's got 7 points, but 1 rebound, and that's not good for them. The team is 11 for 21 overall from the floor, 4 for 7 from 3, but 7 turnovers. Remember, we talked about that from the start. They had 4, I think, to start the game.
They did. First 4 possessions.
Yep. And then Smithsburg, let's talk about this. Jake Tyler's got 13 points, 10 in the second quarter. The team is 10 for 25 from the floor and 2 for 6 from 3. But I want to say this. 10 for 25 from the floor, and they missed some easy ones. They missed some ones that they'd like that back.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And, you know, and if you're in either bench, you're saying, okay, we're right there. So we talk about 4 minutes. You talk about 3 minutes. You got 5 minutes at the college level. It's one of those situations where every possession becomes extremely vital now because you're right. Smithsburg got blown out the first game. I sat through it and watched and understood that it became a track meet. And nothing against Smithsburg. Their athletes weren't running with the Williamsport athletes, and that's okay. But now you've made it your game, and you don't want to make a couple turnovers or bad shots to change the pattern of the way that the game is flowing. I mean, last night you had an excellent game against Smithsburg.
Yes.
Smithsburg's loaded on the girls' side.
Oh, yeah.
They're loaded, right?
Yes.
We all know that. They're the best team by far in Washington County. Is that their closest game this year in Washington County?
I would say so, yes.
And what did you do? You were able to shorten the game. You played at your pace. Yes, did they get out and get layups and easy shots and stuff like that? But they're going to. They have 2 Division I athletes.
Yes.
What you did is you were able to dictate the tempo. Tempo is extremely important. Eric talks about tempo. Coach Wesson talks about tempo. One is not the Autobahn and the other one is. Right now, we're going to see which one comes out. Is it going to be the Autobahn or is it going to be 95? And that's going to be the determination of the game.
Yeah. 5 turnovers for Smithsburg to 7 for Williamsport in the first half. And another key thing here to look at in the second half, we talked about the first 3 minutes. You know, Williamsport's been scoring close to 70 since Zay's been back.
Yes.
You know, that's on pace for 54, so they're under their average. So Smithsburg's done a really nice job of keeping them, you know, controlled and under. And like I said, they've hit some tough shots in the first half. So to set the lineups in the second half here, Hegby's out there with Wigfall and Tyler, Blumenauers. Yep, he's out there, and so is James Hare. Yep. And then for the Wildcats, both point guards are out there with Williams, Pop, Ori, Bird, and Cleary. Now remember, we talked about this before the game started. Bird has 21 to get to 1,000. He's at 7 right now. So
do you think that's his lowest output in the first half all season by far?
I would have to say so, yes. Here we go, start of second half action. Little high ball screen action for Williams and Cleary.
Just staying in the ball screen motion like they usually run. Now they got a seal. They got what they wanted. They got Blumenauer on the block, guarded against
and they missed him.
Bird.
They missed him. Bird for 3. That's good. So that's 10 now for Bird. And here we go. Remember what we talked about, the first 3 minutes of the second half. This is key right here. This is a key. This is a big possession early on.
So they're blitzing the ball screen to get that ball. Oh, it's
nice
a good
pass. Hegby would like to have that one back too. Tough finish in there. Zay down the floor. Kick to Williams for 3, and that's a shot he can hit.
That's a good box out by Hegby.
Hare length of the floor.
Use a backboard.
Nice finish on the pull-up. Tried to go gate to wire on that one. Almost got there. Good offensive board. Again, big possessions here early. If that 3 goes down from Williams, I'm not sure you get a timeout that quick, but man, that would make it 33-22 real quick.
What's your number on a timeout? Like some coaches, like Roy Williams used to let him work it out, right? What's your number on a timeout? 8?
Yeah.
8?
In that range.
I wouldn't
Zay
be
with a big three.
I wouldn't be surprised if Eric takes one on the offensive possession here just to talk about it and see if he can get a clean look. He's thinking. You can tell he's thinking about it.
Yeah, he is. This is a big three from Blumenauer in the corner.
That's a great job by Hare to be an offensive rebounder.
Nice patience there in the almost the
good
finish.
footwork too.
Very good patience though. Pop with a rebound, come the other way, kick to Jameer.
So you look at James is there. He's great footwork, but why not use the box?
Yeah.
It's everything's finesse, and it's so hard to finesse when you're either tired, your arms get bumped. If you just put it in the box, gravity is going to do an excellent job of pulling that ball down through the basket. I think if they score here, Coach Gerber has to take a timeout.
I would agree. Williams for another three. It's deep. Ori with a step back. Bang. It's
And
probably
there's the
time. There it
timeout.
comes. Yep. Timeout Smithsburg with 5:43 to go in the third quarter. Williamsport now lengthens the lead to 35-24. They were up 5 at the half, already up 11. Again, we want to talk about Hagerstown Honda and Kia. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia, the dealers that make it easy. Hagerstown Honda and Hagerstown Kia wish much success to the student athletes participating in tonight's game, the schools they represent, and their surrounding communities.
So we talked about the first couple minutes. There was the difference. Now, if you're sitting on Coach Gerber's bench, do you change your defense? Now is where you might have to go junk. You might have to go a 1-2-2 or a 1-3-1, just something different, because Williamsport has started to get into an offensive rhythm with their ball screen motion.
And they're getting offensive rebounds. They're taking some threes, but at the same time they're getting second and third opportunities at this end. And the thing about Smithsburg, they've had shots. They've had good shots the second half.
Clean
but you know what
looks.
though? Has Jake Tyler got a shot? Don't think so.
He hasn't. And
Yeah.
every shot that they've taken, even around the rim, are highly contested.
That's right. Tyler's got to get a shot in this possession. Maybe coach called a timeout to set something up. We'll see what happens here.
I have a feeling he is definitely going to be the one that takes a shot here. Dribble at him for, yep.
Nice little pass. Good job by Williams on the help.
That's the pass they wanted, because you look at Coach Gerber's reaction, he definitely knew that was coming.
Little stack set up here out of bounds. Tyler inbound to Hare.
Pin screen.
12 on the shot clock. I'm not sure they know.
You're right, Coach. I don't think they do.
High ball screen. They're going to blitz again.
They blitz it. So everybody at home, a blitz of the ball screen is where they send both defenders at it to try to run the ball out of his hands.
And that's where they get dangerous. Jameer at 6'6" can really handle the basketball.
I mean, he's just a big guard.
Yes.
And at the next level, that's what he's going to be. He's going to be a 2-3.
I mean, just like that move right there, you saw the replay. I mean, that's tough to guard.
It is.
When a guy's a lefty and can go to the right.
It is. And
Now,
that-
with him
James
inbounding,
Hare. Yes.
Is that coming right back in a post up here?
It's going to be this
Or
little,
out screen? Okay.
little duck in that they try to run.
That's a big three by Pop.
It's
He's
a
not
huge three.
he's not their shooter either.
He's really not. Shooting 27% from three.
And there goes the jump. Nice job by Weekfall to come back to the ball. Hare to Blumenauer.
You can tell that Weekfall plays football
Yes.
as a defensive back. That's a great way to run through that.
Nice take by Hare.
Yes.
Looks like a foul on Cleary.
Yep. He was just a step late.
Yes.
Ray thought just a step late to get in there. Now, here's where Smithsburg, needs to make up for the missed shots. They got to score. The clock is stopped.
And think about this, Coach. It was 27-22 at half.
Yes.
It is now 38-24. So my math, I do have
11-2
Williamsport
run.
education, so I can do this. That's an 11-2 run to start the second half.
Yeah.
What I just said at halftime with Coach Gerber did not want to have happen in the first 3 minutes, right?
No, that is correct.
The change.
Yeah. And they missed 3 layups.
Absolutely. But here's the other thing. One shot in the first 3+ minutes for your best player. Tyler has not gotten shots.
No.
You know, so that's a big one. He got a lot of shots in the first half.
And that was an 0 for at the foul line.
Yeah. It's the triangle too, Coach.
It
Look,
is.
there's 3 in the
Yep,
middle.
it is
There's
the
a triangle
triangle
too.
too.
Yep. Here we
And
go. We
so-
talked about this.
I mean,
so you'll see
you
two
got to
people
do
playing man.
something.
Yep.
You got to do something a little goofy and different. He's got Blumenauer guarding. So he's got
Fronting.
Blumenauer guarding Jameer.
Yep.
which is actually really heady, and that's a great play. I mean, it's just
hustle.
all about – that's a great shot clock violation.
Yep.
So now it becomes a cerebral basketball game.
And I don't think anybody probably – well, I don't want to say that. Most people in the gym didn't catch that except for you and I. There was even a triangle, too.
No, there's a couple that are sitting in here that might have picked up on something similar to that. But they did a really good job of disguising it until the last second.
Because they put Blumenauer in front of them. And it's a smart move to make someone else beat you.
They did. I would go high ball screen here.
Nice defense.
But Pop, okay, now who's winning all the loose balls now?
Now Williamsport, yeah.
Yep.
But here we go. We talked about this. Williams, their scoring point guard. He called a foul on Williamsport. Or I'm sorry, Smithsburg.
Smithsburg. Weak fall.
Williams, the scoring point guard, and Pops, the defensive guard, right?
Yeah.
And he just made a great play on half court there on Tyler.
He did. I mean, that's the one thing, and I really like Jacob. I've been fortunate enough to have a lot of conversation with a lot of the guys on the court, and
what did they call here?
I'm not sure what they called here. It looks like Coach Wesson is not happy with what the call is.
No.
10-second violation. Oh, 50.
It's a foul on Cleary. Yeah, it was a foul on Cleary, which he was double teamed at half court.
He was.
And I didn't see him throw an elbow, though. I didn't see that. But
I didn't either. Coach, Mr. Peterson did, though.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I don't think all of Smithsburg knew there on that out of bounds what they were running. Blumenauer in the corner. Good cut here by
pass.
Weak fall. Yep. Weak fall to the basket. That was a tough shot.
That is very
tough.
That's
tough
great
rebound,
defense.
Yeah. See if they're showing the triangle too.
They are.
Williams with a deep three. And that's what you want. Now the difference there was Ziegler had outside position, didn't get inside position on Cleary.
And Cleary did a great job of boxing him out as if he was on defense.
And here you go. Thiessen is in the game because Thiessen could shoot the ball a little bit, right?
Shoots it really well in the corner. Absolutely.
So he's going to come in and guard, looks like, Jameer.
I mean, Jackson's shooting. He's 10 of 25 for the year for
that's
three.
Easy.
That's very easy pin screen.
Another timeout for Coach Gerber. 30-second timeout here. So Williamsport now 40-24. Big run here to start the second half. And Bird, too easy on an out-of-bounds play. They just hit a little screen inside, a little rub screen, and he gets a layup out of it.
Yeah, I mean, you and I talk a lot, and a lot of people don't look at basketball and football as the same. And I've been pretty fortunate enough to be around a lot of really good coaches as well as you have. I look at basketball as offense, defense, special teams. And, to have the Super Bowl conversation as we're going into Super Bowl Sunday is the special teams are out-of-bounds plays, your blobs, your slobs, and as well as how you press attack, foul shooting, the little things that win you ball games. If you can steal a possession and get a bucket on an out-of-bounds play underneath, that's a win every single time. And I don't think enough coaches put emphasis on that to be successful. And the ones that will play down in College Park in March have that.
I completely agree. We work on that a lot, whether it's with defense, out of defense. You have to do 5-on-0 and with defense as well. 5-on-0 means no defense.
Yep.
So here we go. Tyler's got one shot by my count this second half here.
Pop has done an excellent job.
Yes.
And they're going to blitz everything. The question is, can they run a stagger screen where he have like maybe two screens up top and blitz that way? Like if you're going to blitz, man, I would run him off of two screens at the top because now you're going to have a whole bunch of people scrambling and you might be able to get an easy look for someone like James Hare underneath.
That's the first foul on Williams. Cleary is out and Brody Rebus is in. What's interesting about this game, though, I thought Williamsport started a little slow and flat. Their legs look better in the second half.
They've
been more aggressive team. A tough shot right in front of us. Tyler misses Rebus with the rebound and Zay going the other way.
They are back in the triangle in two. And right now, Weakfall is guarding Jameer. So he's going to front. That's a good, well, you can't let that happen.
And a foul looks like it's going to be on Ziegler.
So here's where Cam did not do a great job is as that ball is in the air, I'm sure you teach this in yours, you move when the ball's in the air, you arrive on the catch. He did not let Jameer get that and make a move before he got there. If he gets underneath of him, it makes it really difficult.
Several subs here too. And it looks like it's going to be 5. Donnell Jeffries in, and same with Tinsley's in. And I think Mason Howell came in for Smithsburg as well.
Yes, he did.
He makes 1 of 2.
You got numbers.
Taking up strong.
Good
Very
take
nice
with
take.
the left hand.
Very nice take. Zay with it up top. Jeffries with the ball. He's got 11. I think for the game, looking at Bird, I think he's got 11. I'll check the total point here in a second. So that's a guy out there that doesn't score a lot, but Jeffries gives you a lot of energy.
And he's tough. He's a football player.
He is. Tinsley with a drive.
I think you know with Coach Tim Small.
Yes.
Called 3-second violation. Yep.
It was about to be a shot clock violation.
It was.
So Bird's got 13 as of right now.
He's 8 away.
He's 8 away. Yep, he's got 13. Jake Tyler with the ball again out top here.
You know, we talked earlier about assistant coaches.
Yep.
Your assistant coach is now keeping stats for us so that we are actually able to do this from the right way.
That's right.
You know, and assistant coaches are awesome. They do all the stuff that makes it really easy for us. Good look.
Corner 3 for Thiessen. There you go.
Shoots
You
it well
called
in
it
the corner.
earlier. You said it earlier.
That's his spot.
Yes.
I saw him hit 3 against Boonesboro, 3 against Clear Spring. That's his spot. That's a great catch and shoot. Now we got it to 12.
Yes.
So what's going to happen now is can you shorten and maybe get a steal? If you can get this thing to single digits going into the fourth quarter, you got a dogfight.
And then for Smithsburg, Brady Snyder came in for the first time. He's number 22.
Yes.
Thiessen hit a corner 3 like his uncle used to do, Chad Seacrest, for us back in the day. I still don't know if they know that they're in the triangle too.
I don't think they do.
Another shot clock violation.
So Eric goes triangle and 2. They've had 4 possessions and 4 shot clock violations, which make it extremely difficult.
Yes.
I'm surprised Coach Wesson hasn't maybe taken the time out to have a little bit of discussion. Now that we're talking about this, how would you attack a triangle and 2?
Well, I get a shooter at the top of it, right? I get the shoot at the foul line area. That's the first thing. We could talk about that in the break too, but that'd be one of the first things. Oh, nice. They tried to switch it.
Oh,
he
you got to make it.
Coach Kerber, I've been there. I saw his reaction to that. Jeffries with the drive. There you go. Ribas is the foul line area, where I would have put somebody too. Deflected out of bounds by Smithsburg. Both Pop and Williams are going to come in for Tinsley and Jeffries.
So I was
a little offense.
A little offense defense.
Yeah.
Early. We're going offense defense in the third quarter.
Yeah. Well, I think he sees the maybe we need a jump shot. Somebody can knock down a 15-footer.
Absolutely.
Also, first time in the game, Javion Palmer in the game for Williamsport.
So let me ask you maybe something along the lines of one of the ones that is being guarded heavily. You put them in a ball screen, actually.
Absolutely.
You let
That's a
them
good one.
set the screen because the other person really isn't going to leave and the other one's stuck. So
Yes.
you're probably going to be able to create a gap for yourself. Now, it looks like they're finally running a zone offense here.
Yep.
But they're running everything away from those guys.
That's a
this
tough
is
shot.
great defense.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be coming towards us.
Kind of a bailout, too, because it looked like he was going to throw it away, and they call a foul in front. So we talked about assistant coaches. Yes, here you go. Here's the kind of a bailout. He left his feet. It's one of those, if you play off a 2, come to a jump stop, right? Not leave your feet. But, yeah, Coach Young and his daughter, Emily Young, who played for me as well, they're both helping us with stats tonight. So, yeah, assistant coaches, they all have roles. We'll talk about that in the fourth quarter here.
They do.
20 seconds left to go in the quarter. Big possession here because you can run this down.
Now the ball's
to
got to be
nothing.
on a string. You got to have the ball on a string to be able to make a play here because this is going to be a momentum thing going in. There's no count. See, here they go. See if they blitz it. They blitz it out. That's a great split. One more.
That's a big shot for the corner from Weekfall. That's a big one.
Huge possession ending.
Yes.
But if I'm in Smithsburg's shoes, you can do that almost every single possession for the next. It's a 3-possession basketball game.
Yep. Well, that's a big one. 41-32, Williamsport at the end of 3 quarters. So we'll be back with more high school basketball action after the break.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia, like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7, or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room, or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
Running your business is your business. Keeping you connected to your customers is our business. We're Flight Fiber, offering fully managed enterprise solutions that go beyond just providing internet access. When partnering with Flight Fiber, you'll experience reduced IT burden with enhanced reliability, proactive monitoring, cloud infrastructure, data protection, backup, and disaster recovery solutions. Let Flight Fiber by Antietam Business develop a fully managed broadband solution tailored to your needs. Call for a free consultation today.
Welcome back to Williamsport High School. Here's the start of the fourth quarter with the Wildcats up by 9. See if they stay into that triangle and 2, and it looks like they are defensively. Looks like they're running man-to-man offense against the 2 because Pop went through, and then Williams with the ball. Palmer in the game, like I said, at the end of the third quarter. Javion, the junior point guard, 3 missed, but of course Bird with a follow-up.
That's just going to be the
15.
toughest part.
Yeah.
He's 6 away now. That's a good look.
Oh, close to a steal there. Yep. Corner 3 again by Thiessen. Rims in and out. Good rebound by Palmer and a foul. Looks like a hair. That was down. Hey, we talked a lot about Coach Gerber earlier today. Well, we got a quick second here before they put the ball in bounds. You know, this is Coach Weston at Williamsport's 3rd year.
Yep.
Approaching 50 wins in his 3rd year.
Yep.
You know, he and I talk a lot being at the same school. He's originally from Mississippi. Came this way because his wife is from Thurmont area.
Yep.
So
started at the Spring Mills Middle School program.
That's
and
right.
that team that he helped with and groomed and got ready to do what they did.
Looks like a foul out front by Weekfall.
It's going to be on Snyder. Yep, it's called on Snyder. But
sorry, you were talking.
No, they just won the state championship last year, and they're really good. They just played over here in the St. James tournament, did an exceptional job at the St. James tournament, competing against a lot of private schools. I would not be shocked if they had a chance to win it again.
And I love Coach Weston's attitude. He told me he worked in college, you know, did all the little details in a women's program and learned how good drive by Pop, not the finish, Bird on the rebound. Looks like, oh, we lost it. Good hustle and effort. Looked like, is that
Snyder?
Yeah, Snyder. It was good effort.
That was Snyder. So the one thing that Jameer did there, which I'm sure you talk about, is once he dribbled the basketball, his 6'6" height became 5'6".
Yep.
Because he brought it down, and the smallest guy on the court could still guard him.
Deep 3 by Tyler. Yep. Good rebound, Palmer again. He's coming and getting a couple rebounds and some energy off the bench.
He has. I remember having to figure out how to defend his brother. That was never easy. Mason Howe is now guarding Bird. You got Thiessen on
Palmer for 3 and a miss.
That's another possession that they're just struggling.
Yeah. Tyler.
That's a good
nice
thought.
Kick. Good hustle. There's Pop again active. I think he just cramped up.
He cramped up earlier down there, and he just keeps grabbing his feet. But that now, okay, we got 6:16 to go in the fourth quarter. Are the legs from the last 3 games in 5 days starting to catch up with you a little bit? Ice baths, Epsom salt baths, are they doing that? And I know you preach to your girls about that. Are you taking care of your bodies?
Right.
Are you putting the right fluids in your system, the right food in your system? Here's a dive for a layup.
Mason Howe again.
That's a great play.
Nice cut.
I like that little duck out and come right back. And Mason Howe is guarding Jameer, and Jameer will pick up an offensive foul on this possession.
He's got to be careful.
He will.
Yeah.
This is where you have to become a cerebral basketball player and understand. Oh, it's a double dribble.
That was a double dribble. So Coach has a couple of defensive kids in here with Palmer, or not Palmer, but Palmer and Jeffries that are more defensive and offensive. And, you know, just haven't had an answer yet for the triangle and 2. And Smithsburg's done a good job.
They have. And I don't know if Pop is at the same level defensively. Now, he's a great player, don't get me wrong, but, I mean, he's not going to get up underneath you the way that Pop does. Good pass.
Nice look. Finished by Hare inside.
The question's going to become, it's to 7. If it gets to 5, do you think Weston takes a timeout?
Yes, he has to. I would think so. Jeffries on the right side. Good steal here by Taylor.
Here comes the timeout.
He's going to have to.
And he got an and
foul.
1.
So a good finish.
That's a great finish. Left hand, composed. Mr. John Weimer with the foul from behind. He's done a couple games in this gym, hadn't he?
Yes, he has, a lot.
I was fortunate enough to go to college with his daughter, Carrie, and then obviously Brooke and I grew up playing against one another. 2 really good athletes. He's a really good official.
Yes, he is.
He's done a long time. It's been fun to see him do it a long time.
Yes, he's done a long time. Cut it to 5. That's a big bucket.
He is going to take a timeout. He's got his whiteboard out. Free throws again at Smithsburg. I've seen that in a couple games now, and you can tell Coach Gerber. Now, here's a fact. He has the most consecutive free throws made at the state tournament. And the record still stands from when he played in the region.
That's awesome. He's got 3 region championships as a coach, 1 as a player.
Yes, yes. How many region championships do you have, Coach?
3. Well, if you count the ones when I was assistant coach of my father, there's another 3 or 4 there as well. So, yeah, those are fun. When you win region championships, those are fun.
Absolutely. I saw in the picture that we showed that your dad had the
net
around his neck, right?
Yep.
I always would tell my players that is the only piece of jewelry you can't buy in a jewelry store, and it means a heck of a lot more.
That's exactly right.
Because that's the best feeling in the world when you put that thing on.
It is. It is. This is creating some problems for them. They're trying one too.
It's creating a ton of problems. And it's becoming a situation where Williamsport's becoming more frustrated. That's a walk. Yes.
And you also have the factor here that that Jameer's got 15. He's 6 away. He has to know, right?
He knows it. Every player knows it. It is. But we all know it, and you got to let it come to you.
Yes. That's a good take again. Cleary on the foul.
So now here's a point that I want to bring up to you, Coach, because I know how your mind works. They're 1 foul away with 4:47 to go in the game. No, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm looking at the wrong side of the scoreboard because I was going to say they're 1 foul away from having to shoot the rest of the way, and that really could extend things. I was wrong. I looked at the wrong side of the scoreboard up there.
But this is great if you're a Smithsburg fan, right? Because you get to stop the clock.
You got to score. Yes, absolutely. And it does one thing that has been really successful for them, which is it gets the defense set.
That's right. And you notice in the 4th quarter, Williamsport has not gotten transition at all.
At all. Williamsport's committed 14 turnovers tonight. That's huge.
That's a lot. That's a lot. And we're halfway through the 4th quarter. And there's Mr. Weimer, longtime official, kind of setting the tone there with a little bit of the chirping that goes on in these games. It's good to kind of say, hey,
and you know what? That's really good. That's good officiating. It's proactive officiating instead of reactive officiating.
Chad, sorry to interrupt you. We got a ball game. This is great.
This is awesome. This is what it's supposed.
Yes.
This is what it's supposed to be like every single night in February.
Yep.
And Weak Fall's coming back to the table, and Weak Fall is probably going to guard. That's a good play.
Bird with his 17th.
2 possession. Back to a 2-possession game. They're going to set the high ball screen. They're going to blitz it, and he's just going to wiggle his way out of it.
Nice drive on the floor. So he's been a tough guard the whole game, but he's really asserting himself in the last few possessions, trying to get to the rim. As you can see here on the replay, Zay got his arm into him.
Yep. That's like the Jordan rules thing. Everybody hits him, only 1 foul has to get reported to the book.
Yeah.
There he is.
This is taking a long time to get that inbound. So Weak Fall up front, defended by Williams. Kick to Howe. So they're denying. Zay was trying to deny the ball back to Tyler.
That's a great play
by Jeffries
Pop.
defensively. That was Jeffries.
That's a great play.
Yep. Peanut you said it earlier. Football, aggressive.
Yep.
Really put some pressure out there on Tyler. That was a tough one because you get double teamed out top.
So I owe his mom an apology. So
steal right here.
When we were calling the game earlier this year, I brought up that she was the all-time leading scorer at Broadford Christian Academy. She is the all-time leading scorer in Washington County on all women's side. And her dad, Dana Gonzalez, was an unbelievable coach at Broad Fording that she played for. So I ran into her not too long ago, and she gave me a little bit of a hard time. So I wanted to show some love back and make sure that she's
great.
the
It's a good
all-time
time to get
leading
in there.
scorer in Washington County history on the women's side.
I love it. That's great. Peanut with the first one, hit the first one, 46-40 now.
Still 2 possessions.
2 possessions. Hegbe's back in the game, and so is Blumenauer. Blumenauer just checked in for, I want to say it was Mason Howe.
I would like to see James Hare become the point guard here, pull Bird away from the basket. They're not going to let Jacob Tyler get going.
There you go. Good call, Coach. There you go. Maybe run him off with some ball screens here.
I would. I
Here
would
up
make
top.
this.
Nice kick, a little too high. The thought was
That's what
right.
I thought.
The thought was right.
When I was at Goretti, we had a big guy, 6'6", left-handed kid from Hedgesville, West Virginia. His name was Brad Runkles. Koki let him bring it up the floor just so we didn't have to go against all those really good Catholic defenders. We just let him bring it up, and then we got into our offense. Now it's going to become really physical underneath. You can see that we got 2 football players banging on him pretty good down there now in this triangle and 2.
And Blumenauer just small enough. He's going to rise over top. A nice pass to Cleary. So that's a nice play by Jameer, being unselfish.
Yes.
He got doubled.
That's
kicked
the right
to Cleary.
play.
It's the right play every time.
It's the right play.
Yep. So it's 46-40. Williamsport still by 6 with 2 big ones here on the free throw line.
So you brought up earlier in pregame, we were talking about, we know that Zay's going to score. We know that Jameer's going to score. Who's going to step up? And we had that conversation. This is going to be that moment on who is going to make the plays down the stretch for Williamsport to pull this game out.
And these are all big. You know, this time of the game, it's a 3-possession now.
Yep.
Because he hit the first free throw. But it's too early to worry about that. There's still plenty of time in this game. Big rebound there on the offensive rebound.
That's a huge rebound. Now the ball's in his hand. I would actually I would put Jameer as one of the screeners.
Agreed. Ball screen action.
Yep.
Who's going to score, though? If Jake Tyler does not score, who can score right now for Smithsburg? Who are they going to go to?
Hare.
Yeah.
I like that. That's a great
Nice cut by Blumenauer. Nice defense. Is that Tinsley? Yeah, Tinsley knocked it out off his. But Tinsley did a great job of there staying with it.
He walled it. He
up.
walled it. He did not go lean forward to pick up a foul. He walled it, and he left his feet after Blumenauer left his feet.
Coach Gerber with another 30-second timeout here.
Special teams.
So, yep. So it's a set for. He's got 4 seconds on the shot clock. That's why.
Yeah.
Right. You see that they've got to get something quick, either to the rim.
Yes.
Or something. Maybe it's a kick to a corner. It'll be interesting to see. Will they have Tyler throw the ball in bounds? I doubt it. Right. Because if you want your best score with the ball in his hands, I'm not sure he throws the ball in bounds on this one.
Unless you got something in your back pocket that you know you can get like a catch and shoot or like a layup, like a quick hitter coming downhill, maybe a little bit, like a James Hare or something like that. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't think he takes it out. Now, if you're Williamsport, you run him completely out of it and you force one of the other guys to beat you coming out of this possession.
Or can he throw it in and get it right back? Right?
Yes.
We've seen that
like
before.
Like a quick
one.
Yep.
So he is inbounding it. So it's going to have to be something quick or right back to him. You know, if they put Williamsport, whoever's guarding him, plays the middle of the lane, they can seal. Hegbe can seal here and go right back.
I would think that would be the case.
Yeah. Here you go. Something quick. Tough shot. Weak fall is just in and out.
It's 2 for him that have fallen in and out just like that.
Yep.
Another good baseline move.
You can't complain about the shot.
No.
Got a good shot.
You
that
did.
late in the shot clock. Jameer at the elbow again. He's stuck on that 17.
If he goes off of this left.
Oh, he's out of bounds.
Out of
yes,
bounds.
sir, he was.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely.
Hey, you know, talk about Jake Tyler tonight. I didn't get a chance to talk about this earlier. We talked about this earlier with families. Yeah, he stepped out.
That's a great call by Sean.
I saw it. They're right in front of us.
Yeah.
But you talk about Jake Tyler. His sister plays, you know, on the girls' side.
Yep.
And then you got the Bono family.
Yep.
Here goes Jameer again, trying to go for 19. Got fouled.
It
looks like Blumenauer. Yeah, that's what I was going to get. So you got the Mastronardi family.
Yep.
I think that when I counted, there was 10 girls or boys that have played at Smithsburg in the last, say, 6 or 7 years in that Mastronardi, Tyler, Bono family. And here's what's crazy, a crazy stat. Every single one of them, as Bert hits the first one, have won a region championship.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes, it is.
7 boys, 3. And I think the youngest, Bono, is a freshman.
Joe. Yep.
And we got Claire and Skylar still playing, and Jada Tyler. There's 3 of them.
Yep, on that roster.
Yeah, I don't know if you got – Bert hits the second one to give him 19 for the night. I don't know if you've got another family or set of families on the boys and girls side now, both, that have had that kind of success on the hardwood in this county.
I agree. I mean, I can maybe come back and say Connor Arnone and the Christie families from Williamsport.
Yep.
That's a great play.
Corner 3 for Howe. Little deep. I could tell it was deep when he left to go. Good rebound.
Here comes 1,000.
He's going to have to hit both of them.
Yep. And you can tell, like, you know, I talked to Ori before the game, and he was like, tonight's all about Jameer and him getting his 1,000. Yeah. You could tell by his body reaction as he's running beside him that he wanted to cheer for his teammate. That's good stuff. That it doesn't happen a ton.
No.
People live in Instagram world now, the social media world. They want all these cameras and all that stuff following them around. But this is a good shot for him to be a good teammate. But it also now this foul shot here makes it a 10-point game with 2 minutes to go.
And knowing Jameer like I know him, I'm sure in his mind it would have been nice to have a dunk for his 20, for his 1,000. So that's 20.
Absolutely.
Right?
Next possession.
But this has been a great game. It's been fun to cover, good to watch.
Absolutely.
Both teams have competed extremely hard.
Get down.
It's just that stretch in the first 3 or 4 minutes of the second half. They got him. They got Smithsburg. Step back 3 for Tyler. No good. Kicking it ahead to Bird for 3 in the corner.
There it is. There's his 1,000th point. 1,002?
Yes.
If I did my math right?
Yep, that's right.
And I give Coach Wesson a lot of credit. Take the timeout. Let him enjoy the moment. It's important. I mean, 1,000 points is not easy to get at any level.
I just kind of wanted to let everybody listen at the crowd noise and everything else. There was a big roar as soon as that shot went down. And this was hard-earned. This was not an easy win if it finishes up the way it is.
No.
Smithsburg gave everything they could, and now Smithsburg has 2 more games this week. And now you worry if you're Coach Gerber, man, we gave a lot up tonight. We spent a lot of energy. We got to play Middletown and Brunswick this week. That's tough. That's tough.
And Middletown is right there in that region ranking with Williamsport and Poolsville and all those guys. I mean, that's not going to be easy at all.
Not at all. And hey, this would be 7 wins in a row since Zay came back. You know, you talk about teams that play well in March Madness and in March you don't want to face. Williamsport's getting to that point right now where they're peaking at the right time. It seems like you want your best basketball in February, right?
They are.
And this is significant. You want to continue to win games and stack them. And hey, they've beaten some good teams. Brunswick solid. You know, Smithsburg game all they can handle tonight. Middletown, North.
Yep.
So they won on the road at Frederick.
At Frederick.
That's a big win.
That's a huge win.
They're stacking some wins.
Tay has done an excellent job down there getting that program back to the where it's at within the state. I don't know if you saw that last ball screen right there, but he iced it out pretty nicely. Zay switched his feet and actually forced him into the ball screen, knowing the help was coming from the offensive player's left-handed side. That was pretty cool. I don't know if you noticed the feet switch there as he was going into that ball screen or not.
That was a good pickup. Hare with the finish. Nope, it missed. Bird with the rebound. Williamsport by 13 with just over a minute to go.
Did you watch James's eyes there on that layup?
Yes. I've heard you say it on the telecast.
Yeah,
you make layups with your eyes.
Lay with your eyes.
Yes.
He was looking for that defender. He's a dunk. This will be the exclamation point for Mr. Bird.
But if I'm Coach Gerber, good win for Coach West. I'm Coach Gerber. I liked what I saw on my team tonight.
It's a win.
I liked what I see. Yeah.
It's a moral win.
No, but I like what I saw in my group.
Absolutely.
They battled and competed. Ooh, you don't want to see him get hurt there that late in the game, and he took a pretty good pound there off the wall.
Good sportsmanship picking him up.
Yep.
So let me ask you a question. How many bounce passes did you see tonight?
That is real old school basketball right there, Coach.
That's a lost art.
That is a lost art.
But, we talked about a lot when I was at the college level where the hands were active and where the deflections came from, but that bounce pass has always worked out. My dad always used to say the bounce pass was invented in 1896 when they first put air in the basketball. It was always a running joke as we were growing up, but I think it still stands true today.
Well, hey, speak about that. We have 41 seconds. This is great stuff when you talk. Your dad was your assistant coach.
He was, yep.
My dad was my assistant coach after being an assistant coach under him.
Yep.
That's pretty special when you have those. We talked about assistant coaches a lot tonight. That's pretty special having
It
that.
is. It's I was fortunate when I was able to have Dad as an assistant coach. As you know, on Sundays you're not able to do anything in public school. You can watch film and you can be together. So it was Sunday dinners and Saturdays I was at practice. Mondays through Fridays I was at practice or games. So I got to spend 5 months-ish with Dad on a continual basis. And you get to do the same with your dad. And they're years that we'll always remember and cherish.
Well, I hope everyone enjoyed tonight. I know I was just filling in for Mark, but it was a good coach's cast, as they say. We had a lot of fun with this and enjoyed it. We caught the triangle and 2 pretty quick.
We did.
We caught that right away and saw what they were trying to do defensively.
Yep.
And it was just a good game to watch.
And it was fun to call with you. You do a great job. I didn't see you majoring in communications. I didn't know that until the other day when we talked about that.
Yeah, this is my first game though, broadcasting and it as a play-by-play, so to speak, because I was more on the analyst side when I did my college days at Frostburg. So,
yep.
But a good basketball game tonight. It was fun to cover. You made it easy on me, so thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So that's the final score: Williamsport 55 and Smithsburg 42. The Wildcats' 7th straight win. And Jameer Bird, as you see right there, Jameer Bird scored his 1,000th point tonight. So we're going to get the break here in a second. We'll go to post game, and after a few words from our sponsors, we'll be right back.
We're sure making a lot of people happy. Hey, you're gonna wanna Hagerstown Honda.
Life's too short. Let Hagerstown Honda make you happy by putting you in the new Honda that you've always wanted, like the all-new redesigned Honda Accord, or the always dependable and fuel-efficient CR-V, or the roomy and powerful Honda Pilot that seats up to 8 people. Let Hagerstown Honda's helpful sales advisors pair you with the Honda that works best for you, from the dealer that's making it easy, Hagerstown Honda.
Let the inviting aroma of Brooks House Coffee and Chocolates welcome you to a haven of comfort, convenience, and exceptional taste. It's truly a destination for those who appreciate the finer things in life, like a perfectly brewed cup of coffee and delicious chocolate. Browse the gift and merchandise section, and when you shop Brooks House Coffee and Chocolate, all proceeds benefit people in recovery from substance abuse disorder. Unique charm and exceptional service at Brooks House Coffee and Chocolates in the South End Shopping Center in Hagerstown.
Let Home Source Roofing show you there's a better way to do roofing.
As a family and veteran-owned company, we do things our way, which means full transparency to our clients, with our project managers showing photos and videos of the process from the beginning to the end.
There's a reason why so many of your neighbors are giving us 5-star reviews. It's because at Home Source Roofing, you and your home truly come first.
Let my family be the source for everything for your home.
Set up your free inspection at homesourceroofing.net.
If I was the mayor of this town, I'd still be driving around in a Kia from Hagerstown Kia.
Be road trip ready in your new Kia from Hagerstown Kia, like the Kia Sorento, room for up to 7, or the Kia Sportage with best-in-class cargo room, or go big and bold with the Kia Telluride with room up to 8. Shop online at HagerstownKia.com or in person and let our sales consultants help you choose your next Kia. Serving our community proudly for over 25 years, we are
Hagerstown Kia.
We're back at Williamsport High School after the Williamsport Wildcats defeated the Smithsburg Leopards 55-42. Bob Parcelletti has Coach Wesson with him, so we're going to kick it over to Bob right now.
Jonathan, you guys really had to gut this thing out with it being 2 games in a row in 3 and 5 days.
Yeah, we had a tough one against Brunswick, double OT game. Again, last night was a huge rivalry game against North. Was worried about the legs coming into the third game, 5 days. I think it showed in the first quarter that we were a little dead, but again, battled through adversity and got the win tonight.
Yeah, you guys did really. I think the thing that really put you ahead was the three-pointers to open the second half. You hit those two, Ori and Bird both hit one to really open up the lead for you to work with.
Yeah.
Probably out of character a little bit from what you probably wanted to do, though.
Well, I mean, we've got it set up where it's a read on that specific thing, and they read it perfect. Both went with Jameer and left Zay wide open and knocked it down. And same thing with Jameer. He's got the capability to shoot the three, and actually we want him to start taking a little bit more to bring the defense on out.
What about 1,000 point for him?
Man, anytime that you have a career night of 1,000 points, I mean, it's special. And to do it the way that he did in 3 years, I mean, that's insane. Like, that's really scoring the basketball.
He could have done it at the foul line, but he ended up with a three. Probably a little more memorable.
Blame that on no practice for the last several days. I mean, we've practiced for 2 hours on Saturday, but we've had snow and games and things like that. But, yeah, he missed that one.
You guys, 7 in a row now. I mean, that's a lot of momentum, and you're about the right time of year to be getting it.
Yeah, we hit some adversity early with injuries and things like that. But, yeah, we're hitting our stride at the perfect time. We're playing well and playing through adversity. That's what I'm proud of. We're playing through the tough times, tough games, tough road games, and then we're coming away with wins.
Okay, let's go get Jameer.
Thank you. Jameer.
Hold on a second. Jameer. Okay, Jameer. Big game for you tonight. Yeah. What do you think? What's going through your mind now that you're on that pinnacle?
I'm just happy I got it done and over with. Tired of stressing about it. So
I mean, weren't you worried? I mean, you're going to play another game next week, or
yeah,
you had
but
more time.
We go away Friday, and I didn't want to hit it at an away game. So I wanted to hit it at a
that's
home
good.
game.
Could have got it at the foul line. Could have had 2 foul shots to get 1,000. It's probably not as memorable as a 3 out of the corner.
Yeah.
So tell me the shot. Tell me what went through it.
My first free throw, it just did not feel right. I rushed it and I just missed it. And then the second one felt good. So.
What about the 3?
The 3?
That was pretty deep.
Yeah, it felt good coming off the fingertips. So I knew it was going in.
You had the best seat in the house to see it, I guess.
Yeah.
What about 3 games in the 5 days? How much did that affect you guys?
A lot. My legs are on fire right now.
What about Smithsburg? They really gave you guys some problems, especially with the zone that they ran toward the end. How did you guys break it, and what did you guys do to come through on that?
They weren't running a zone. It was more like it was a fake zone, but it was still man coverage. They just had a face guard on me. So it was basically a box of one.
Yeah.
That's all they were doing.
And how do you beat that?
Get the ball to the middle and finish.
So you guys are on a 7-game win streak.
Yeah.
Is that all the momentum you guys need to get to the playoffs, or you got more work to do?
We still got more work to do. We just got to get back to it at practice. That's what's killing us. We've been out of practice for like a week, so we haven't been doing much.
Okay. Well, congratulations on your accomplishment in the game.
Well, Bob, some of the things we just heard from Jameer and from Coach Weston, we had talked about a lot during the game, right, Chad?
Yep.
So what did you take from some of the things that you just heard from Coach and from Jameer?
You know, I mean, we knew the legs were going to be dead.
Yep.
And I think that the way that they pursued through the legs, you were right. At the beginning of the second half, they looked a little bit fresher than Smithsburg did. But they need tomorrow as a rest and film day to kind of get themselves back ready for Friday. But, you know, I mean, we picked up on it was a triangle and 2. And, you know, if you aren't open and exposed to the levels of basketball and the length of basketball that we've been around, it's hard to pick up on those types of things. So I give Coach Gerber a ton of credit because he's the one that made an adjustment to that nature that allowed his team to stay in the basketball game to make sure that they had the best chance of winning.
And the thing about that was we called that at the time as in, hey, it's getting away a little bit. Coach Gerber might have to make an adjustment. He did.
Yep.
And we've talked about this a lot. Coaching comes down to putting yourself in your team, that is, in the best position to win and have a success. He did that.
Yeah.
They executed pretty well. Williamsport just made some shots down, and I thought Smithsburg struggled at key times to get shots and make shots, especially in the third quarter. We talked about the first 3 or 4 minutes, and it was all Williamsport to start the second half.
It was.
You know, a couple of key stats here for the game. Jameer finished with 25 points, 6 rebounds. I think he was 9 for 15 from the floor, it looks like to me here. Zay was 15.7 boards.
Yep.
Leading point totals here for Smithsburg. Tyler had 19 points and 5 rebounds, and he had to work for all of those.
He did.
He really worked.
He earned it.
Here, 8 points and 8 boards. So to kind of wrap up a little bit here, so what are you looking at now? Let's talk the playoffs after what you see with Smithsburg today and what you saw with Williamsport. Give me your thoughts.
I mean, I feel like Williamsport is peaking where they need to be peaking right now, but they also have, as Jameer said, they have a lot of season left to go, right? And it's just kind of getting those games and themselves ready, because you do have to get your legs back under you. If I'm in Smithsburg's group right now, I love the effort that went out tonight. You kind of got to regroup and go battle against Middletown, which is playing a brand because that's what they are down there.
Yes.
And then you have to turn around and get ready for the team on Friday, who is currently sitting at the top of the region. So, you know, they have a long way to go as we get to the end of the month. But I'm telling you, the next 3 weeks are going to be a blast in both locker rooms, getting yourself ready for that big push.
It's the best time of the year in February.
Yeah.
You know, you work really hard from November on to get to this moment. Williamsport's going to be a tough out. I think if Smithsburg can find some secondary scoring,
yes,
they're going to have a chance.
Yep.
I just want to thank the crew here, especially you, Chad, for making it easy. Everybody made it easy on me here for the first time doing this, and enjoyed it, had a lot of fun with it, and you know, I think that's kind of a wrap with the great game we had and had a lot of fun. Talked a lot of coaching stuff.
Yes.
But just like I said, I want to say thanks to everybody. And again, the final here at Williamsport High School, Jameer Berg gets his 1,000th point, and their 3rd game in 5 days finished. This week is the 3 and 5 for Smithsburg, so it should be an interesting week, and I think Williamsport will be able to get those legs rested and be able to take some time off. So,
absolutely.
Again, thanks to the crew and everybody here. We'll finish up at Williamsport High School. And then the next contest should be hopefully North-South coming up, hopefully, if we cover that one. We'll see if that's make up. Anything else? Any final words from Coach Brashears?
I am just I'm lucky to be able to do this every single time that we get to sit in front of the microphone and the cameras. It's a blessing. The guys in the truck are awesome. They don't get the love that we get being able to be out front, so I want to pass that along to them as well. And I look forward to be back here in the next couple of days so we can do this all over again.
That's a wrap from Williamsport High School. The Wildcats beat the Leopards tonight in boys basketball in the county matchup for this week. And again, thanks for viewing it on Antietam Broadband and wherever else you viewed it from, like Facebook or YouTube. Thanks for watching.